I believe in poetry. I believe that poetry is the perfect metaphor for education. Poetry is that unique blend of thought, of understanding and cognition, of memory and analysis, of evaluation and creation, all wrapped up in the language of love and longing, praise and adulation. And there is some transcendent quality to poetry, an element of the mystical, the metaphysical, which almost always reaches into the ephemeral. And that's what learning is. Learning is elusive. It is always just out of sight. We may understand the word and cadence, the meter and rhyme. We may grasp the form and function and still miss crucial details. We may look at something and grasp it immediately, or read it, study it carefully, turning phrase and metaphor, symbol and simile over and over until we understand the eternal truth behind it all, the eternal meaning which we create ourselves. Or perhaps we fake it. And there are so many ways to learn and teach as there are forms and functions. For pith and for wit we may turn, spring to haiku, that simplest poem. Or we may struggle mightily to understand chronology, lapsing into silence, solitude, with rhymes, alas, no gratitude. So I sing out psalms and odes to those teachers of yore, the poets who taught with great passion. I whisper in quiet, with solemnity and love, to the writers of sonnets and sociological analysis. I thank those teachers of this land's geography who wrote epic like Dante's Divine Comedy. And yes, we may see and understand the tree by its fruits. We may know that students have learned. We may grasp how they went from A to Z, from anthropology to zoology. And yet, learning remains hidden, obscured, beyond the veil. And to be a true educator in our day and our age, one must imbibe of the wisdom of the sage, that poetry is the expression of longing and learning, that journey's end is journey's beginning. Yes, it is perhaps a paradox. Oh, indeed, it is absurd. But poetry is a metaphor for teaching and learning. It is the perfect of understandings. So yes, I believe in poetry. This I believe.